Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody. We're live here today. It's lovely Friday. Apologies about the noise. There's like so much snow here, so that's all a thing, which is kind of annoying. Um, yeah, how are you enjoying your entry into Christmas time? Yule, whatever we're calling these different times. Just gonna open this up here so I can make sure I see the chat, hopefully, in all the different ways. But if you would like a card, you can feel free to let me know in the comments. Just do this for a little bit of time today. I just thought it would be a nice way to enter through the new moon that's happening, the solstice that just occurred, and we're kind of like coming to the tail end of all of that. Yeah, so it's always nice to pull some cards and see kind of what is showing up for us. What is it that you're wanting to create for the next year? Feel free to let us know in the comments. If you would like a card, you can leave an emoji in the chat or say that you want a card. I don't really care how you go about doing it. Just make sure you let me know that you want one, and you can go from there. But I was working on like a bit of what's been happening for me in the next year. You know, really sitting down with, okay, like where would I like to kind of see the channel grow, or the direction for the channel, and in my like whole practice and the things that I do through Deep Mind Squared, like seeing folks one-on-one and the group sessions and different workshops that I host. And it was just this like realization that, okay, I can try and create all this stuff or really get caught up in how it needs to be based on what I think it needs to look like. Or I can just surrender it all to like spirit, to God, and getting to that concept of like the divine will. What is the divine will for my life? And it was funny. I created this whole like visual representation of things and what I'd like to see happen and all this stuff, words and images and things that really do add and value to me and like add to the feelings of like yumminess inside. And then I was like, oh, maybe I just get rid of this whole thing and just put there like the divine will. Like, because I was talking with a friend this morning about the fact that here we are as humans living life, and we have these like inkling feelings of things that magnetize us to, or that draw our interests, like whatever that might be, different hobbies, different passions. And I was like, why is it that we feel that way? And it's just like, well, that's because spirit, God, the universe has aligned us with that. So it's like, does it really even matter what we think we want? Because it's like, what you want has been predetermined, I think, by spirit. You get free will to still choose it and ask for it, but it's like, it's going to happen. It's going to play out exactly the way it's meant to. And so trusting all of that, I think, is super, super important. So let's just pull some cards here for the collective. So whoever is joining in, whenever you are joining in, let's see what this new moon has to offer. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm talking about creating a sense of knowing. So we have indecision. And it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Sometimes it can be hard because it's like, well, we can get so overwhelmed with all the things in life, all the things that we see or are told that we want. Like society has its way of showing us through marketing, advertisements, what it is we would like, or we think, oh, I see this image of this person and I relate to that person, I should want that. But maybe it doesn't really light you up. So allowing whatever is showing up for you over the next couple weeks here, especially as we enter into like the new year, 2023, how can you become more clear about what it is you want by releasing anything else that might be clouding that aspect for you? Really, I think this is a huge part right now. I notice is that like hermiting or isolation that's happening, honoring that, because that is you coming into a place of knowing what it is you want. I like that. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So where else is it wanting to lead you? So let's just see what else we got here. Okay. So let's see this cards for the collective. This, okay, that's interesting. It's another violet red kind of color scheme going on there. Just like that other one. This one says gratitude. Oh, sometimes it's funny. I like pull these cards and I'm like, I swear this is just me pulling cards for myself because it seems as though that's what's happening, honestly. Oh, weird. There's a lot of purple. There's a lot of things happening here for us from a spiritual level connecting us. We have faith and we have gratitude. So with gratitude, how can we begin to, or I guess the question is, how can we begin to really, trust what's showing up, feel a bit more like we are listening to our intuition, less of this sense of indecision? How can we do that? Kind of resetting ourselves onto the path. That's through the practice of gratitude. And it can show up in so many different ways, it's as simple as just recognizing when you're sitting down to eat a meal, like just giving that thanks, prayer, whatever it looks like, the blessing for that moment, that nourishment for your body, the fact that you are sitting at a table where you can eat, that we have air to breathe. Everyone can be grateful about something. It doesn't matter how much or how little you have. It's about the fact that you are able to breathe on this planet or be conscious enough to state gratitude or acknowledge gratitude. And we also have the card faith here. So this is like that showing of all the spiritual guides, teachers, the beings that are there, that are being, that are on your path to lead you. Again, I mentioned the divine will, so these beings here, they're not necessarily creating everything for you. You still have to walk the path, take action. But there is something very magical here that they are showing themselves and being present to you. So can you have the faith that these beings are here guiding the path, that they exist, that you can connect to them, whether it's through crystals? There's something about, again, this purple, violet color, something very powerful, the red, the green, the red, and the purple. So if we think about kind of the different areas we have in our crown, kind of as that violet color. So, the top, and then we have the green as the heart, and we have the red as the root chakra. So those, I guess technically be the third eye. I don't know. Could you say those are indigo? I'm probably all off with the colors anyways, but who cares? The third eye, the heart, and then that root space. It's like we got these three different areas that need to interplay and connect, rooting us down, connecting us above, and bringing it all together in the heart space can really help us with creating what it is we'd like to create in life. So we'll pull an animal. What animal here for the collective wants to support and hold space? Oh, the police are driving by. 2 cards, turtle and hummingbird. I don't think I've ever pulled the turtle here before. So we have the turtle, that mother land, the space. Here we live on Turtle Island. I don't know the full indigenous story of this, but it's like when life was created here, it was all on the back of the tortoise shell, like on the back of that turtle, lifting us up. And so honoring the land again, connecting to the land, but it's also connecting to the water, that flow of the universe. We also have here the hummingbird connecting to me. So it's air in a way. It's like joining that, if you've ever seen a hummingbird, I love going to BC for this very reason. They are just everywhere, and they're just, and if you can hear them when they are just hovering, because they'll go fast and then they'll hover, and they can just move. They're like these little drone creatures. I really do feel like they are a magical creature that moves and is playful and light, but still has a fierceness to it. how can we move amongst the spaces, I guess is what I'm saying here. Like, you know, how can we move from the like spiritual, etheric, astral spaces into the physical, tangible spaces? This is part of that like chariot year 2 of 2023, where we are going to be like able to use our mind to create what we want to go where we want to go. And it's using this faculty in the astral level to then make the connections into the physical. So these animals, I think, you know, there's a speedy go and like a slowing down. It's like the polar opposites of that, but also recognizing how you can move between the worlds that are existing, and how spirit can support with that movement through there. So yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, let's do this one. Okay. Oh, hi, Anastasia. I'm just busy going off the talking topics. If you'd like a card, please let me know. I'm just kind of pulling these collective cards. So an angel card for the collective is exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Well, that's important, especially, you know, the message I was getting for myself for the next year is around really caring for the physical body. What can I bring in to do that? But it says here, the key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So what can you bring in for yourself this new moon, the next couple of weeks? Where are you feeling called to explore that you can carry forward? Because again, when we're talking about all this creation in our life, it's like the angels can be there, but it's like we again have to do stuff here in the physical world. It's not just, again, not just about spirit. It's also here physically in this body, in this space, that then can link. And I've been on a journey there, kind of learning a bit about the cosmic energies and how those can be connected to our bodies through different yogic practices, different of these like traditional, you know, qigong, all this, literally by the geometry of our body and how we are creating lines or angles and so forth. So that knowledge, I think, can also support with drawing more energy in. Sure, Anastasia, I will pull a card for you. Some direction in my chaos. Ooh, chaos is like the birthing of new possibilities. Not that we have to necessarily like chaos, but you know, but yeah, let's pull some cards for you, Anastasia. Sorry if I was going off too long. Just gotta go on. And I've got two screens, but apparently I don't see the writing. So Anastasia, let's see some card. What's a card for her? I just assume her. I'm trying to do what I can with the pronoun thing. So we have complacency. So if there has been a loss or anything recently, like kind of getting this sense of like, why are you throwing away the rest of your life? Why are you not taking the opportunities because of this loss? You know, it's okay to grieve. And you can still do that while going through guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So if there is something, hi, Mallory. Yeah, hi, we can pull you a card if you'd like to. I'm human chaos. That's okay, Anastasia. But Anastasia, if there's something, you know, maybe this woman, okay, so this person is grieving, I think, the loss of something, but notice there's like this ticket. It's like this ticket's been ripped up. I'm thinking like a one-way ticket to somewhere. You know, so if maybe there is an opportunity that with this loss, if it's a relationship, a job, a person dying, whatever it is, or something else, a belief system even, it's like, it might seem like a loss. Maybe there was something that seemed to be taken, you know? And now it's like there's this grieving process happening. And, you know, tell me if none of this is makes any sense at all. But you can continue to be in the guilt of it and the shame. and the like, woe is me of like, you know, because maybe you feel like you have to, maybe especially with someone like, oh, they would want me to feel this for this long, or I owe them something, or I owe this because I, you know, like we can beat ourselves up that way. It's like checking that. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Like you do not have to continue with that energy. I guess like stop being complacent. Just had to cut off toxic family again. I have childhood trauma. Yeah. Okay. High pockets of cards. Anastasia, what card of here can we pull for you? Yeah. Ooh, I was talking with someone recently about that they'd cut off family, you know, and like personally, I don't know if I have the strength to do that or what that would look like. I just like, you know, if that's something that I would want to do, but I'm sure you did what you needed to do for the benefit of yourself, you know? So whatever that guilt is, you know, let's see what this card says. Yeah, okay. There's something that you're going to create. Joy is the ultimate creator. So whatever you're feeling that like ticket is, that thing that you want to create that's been there this whole time, but like the loss of things with the family or whatever this is, or, you know, maybe people were kind of against that thing that you want to create. That thing is obviously bringing you joy. So it's like, how can you reconnect to that with like really in like small ways, I guess. Like I'm seeing it as like you just gradually getting into it. This is not to be like, okay, I'm going to go full in, because again, there's still grieving that needs to happen. I'm going to pull you an animal card first for this one. The angel card says savings. And it shows a little kid. So have you done any inner child work, Anastasia? That might be something I would recommend to you. You can like literally just, you know, there's lots of videos and things on YouTube about it. If you don't already have a practice of that, going back to, you know, if you were like 3 or 4 years old, and if there's a specific event that is showing up in your awareness, encouraging you to go to that, knowing that you're safe to do it. And you can ask these animals. We have the starfish and we have the crow, you know, which is interesting because I see the crow as like the shadow aspects of this. What are we restoring here? There's something that was taken or seemed to be taken or lost from that age with your inner child that wants to be restored to you. Is going to help with connecting you again to the joy so that you can start to create and you will be less complacent and less of the guilt. And it's also going to be like the star, like the starfish, this shining of who you are, like as your authentic self, that's been there since like, yeah, it's something about this kid energy for sure. Oh my God, I got to keep up with what I'm reading. So cards make sense. Yeah. So support with my artistic career desires. I have had day jobs. Okay. Well, yeah, savings. So can you save up doing the day work that you're doing consistently? And let me read what it says. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care. I like that. And path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose, especially if your family didn't, you know, maybe that's if their family didn't feel safe or like they provided for you, then that's something that's going to help even with the healing of that inner child on like a longer term aspect. But on the like the short term or like in your immediate steps for you to do the meditation, just literally closing eyes, say, hey, little girl or little boy, whatever, like the inner child to come present. Show me what I need to know about this. What's something I can be aware of that wants to be healed or restored? Because yeah, the starfish is like really to me highlighting that like that starlight inside of you that was there as a kid that many times our families, especially parents, try to push down because they're scared of their own light shining and they want to protect, right? Because they were protected and so forth. So I think this happens a lot too with artists, but you're doing my child work in therapy now. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll keep it that. Hi, Mallory. Love that. Resonates well. I love crows. My brother died when I was age 5. He was 4. Sorry. Yeah, well, you can always connect to him too. What does he have for you? You know, from that other side that wants to support and hold space for you. So, yeah, I would definitely connect with that. Anastasia, I hope that all, yeah, you know, whatever. Things play out the next little bit. You'll see synchronicities and things for yourself, I'm sure. But thanks for joining in. All the best. Have hopefully a joyous holiday season too, whatever is going on for you. So, yeah. Okay, Mallory. I think I see you here still. So we'll pull a Mallory Henry. Yeah. Oh, man. So much interesting energy this as we come through. You know, people are like, oh, 2022. And I'm like, I didn't really think 2022 was that bad, honestly. But like, yeah, you're welcome, Anastasia. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think 2022 was like horrible. Like to me, I'm like, I came into like so much more love. It definitely seemed like, for me, it's been this like, oh, like all the love and like amazingness. And then like the financial pieces and like me really learning to move through those challenges or those fears. So let's see, Mallory, for you. Woo! Look at the cards always fall on the fucking floor. Try not to swear too much now. Acceptance, Mallory. It says, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Just going to pause on that for a moment. Mallory, do you have like, I'm sorry if I know you like actually as a person, but like people come on here and they're like, oh, it's me. And I'm like, oh, like anyway. But Mallory, for you, oh my goodness. Okay, there were 2 here that were flipped. Do you have some connection to like galactic energies? Curious. Because that seemed to be a thing. Which is funny because both of these cards are very grounded. So we have creation and we have renewal. Both have these like it's interesting. Both have this like very wise woman earthing energy, which to me, in order to really, really connect to the stars, which the indigenous peoples, many of our like ancestors knew how. In order to connect to the stars, we had to remember our connection to the earth. And we have here the red renewal, which is the root chakra. Creation, we have here in like the gray, which I think is related to kind of like a spiritual neutral space. But interesting, they're both these wise women in like this contemplation, connecting to the earth and to spirit. This woman has like this kind of like, I don't know if you can see it. She's holding some type of sphere, like a crystal. Or a rock, maybe even. I don't know what that is. But then there's this like misty energy, which I am identifying as like a spiritual kind of presence. And then we have this renewal card, which, sorry, the light sometimes can be a lot. But you see, she's got like, it's almost like it's a halo up behind the top of her head, or up above her, shining light. So again, something about this spiritual energy through the grounding down. I'm often up in my head. Okay, yeah. So going in nature can be really helpful with that. And just accept that that's how you are. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, we sometimes have different ways in which we've connected to the energies in life, or how we've gone through life. And for some of us, you know, there's like our nervous system responds in a way that we can be like hyper aroused or hypo aroused, meaning our sympathetic nervous system can be like that whole like fight or flight, or we can completely freeze or dissociate from experiences. I know for me, sometimes I'm like way up kind of somewhere else. And because sometimes it feels safer, especially in our life experiences. So how can you bring it back? And it's interesting because the whale here is shown up. I'm going to really read here. I have a tree, a natural one on my back patio, and I hug it. Oh, I like that, Anastasia. Yeah, like things like that. You know, I know that like here it's been like minus 30 or something degrees. So going outside is not always like, what? But it's like you can do it. I think there's even signs that show just looking at pictures of nature can help significantly decrease levels of anxiety, especially for kids like that. Maybe people who have like ADD, ADHD. It can help kind of ground and calm. So yeah, it's cold, Anastasia. But you know, then I'm tying in that whole galactic energy, the whale. Like I'm just seeing and feeling this giant whale, this like, you know, like whales seem scary, but this is like a very like, I want to say it's like a mothering, but like a grandmothering type of whale energy. And it's just holding you, Mallory. Like, so if you can connect with whales in any way where you live, through a journey, you know, like an animal journey, like a shamanic journey, just listening to drums and just intending to connect and visualizing. I need a tree to hug in private. Yeah, it's kind of weird when people see you hug trees, but just know it's a favor for you and it benefits all. But yeah, this whale, you know, I think they say too, whales come from like, or have like a cosmic connection. They have a lot of wisdom that way. Who knows what they're communicating? Same with the dolphins. So I feel like there's something here that I think can really support. And yeah, I'm just imagining or feeling this whale. It's going to bring so much warmth and like, and groundedness and reassurance. Oh, it feels so wonderful. That's all I could say. It just feels really wonderful. So whatever that is. Pocket of cards. Glad I caught this. Whales are one of my signs. I asked my spirit guides to show me when I'm moving in the right direction. That's so cool. I like that. Pocket of cards. Oh, Anastasia, I'm going to show this. It's weird. Sometimes YouTube hides certain comments. Yes, Pisces moon. I'm very connected to water animals. Oh, okay. Okay, let's keep going, Mallory. And then pocket of cards if you want a card. Oh, 2 cards fell for you, Mallory. Oh, 3 cards. So we have play, have fun. We're being in that watery jar. Oh my gosh, cards. We can do it. There we go. Play. Interesting. It's got this light ray again, like that first card. She's kind of like a mermaid sort of looking creature in a glass. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? And I think Imrama is a galactic, like starseed place. So wherever it is that you're feeling the pull to galactically, maybe it's worth exploring. Notice that it's like all this temple, sacred spaces on water. Imrama. You know, I can open up the actual card book here. Oh, I literally opened right to the page. The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul knows the way. So if you pull this card, you're either being called on a soul journey or are already on one. How come I can't speak? Wow. It could be a physical ancient place or metaphoric. Okay. So if you're feeling called to the world's sacred sites or called to cross country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, drink from an ancient well, go do it. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. You can also read a book or do something like that about a space that you feel called. So yeah, explore that. And Rama has nothing to do with the galactic thing, but it could. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. So those, if you're not sure how to connect to the places you're feeling called to, say if it's like the Pleiades you feel called to, trust that those people are going to come. I like what Pocket of Cards just said. You know, whales are one of the signs that they use to ask spirit guides to show them when they're in the right direction. What is one that's going to show up for you? Whether it's the whale, if it's something else that you feel called to, and trust that you're going to know exactly, you know. Like I have this Gustav Klimt painting here, and anytime I've gone to a new space to do in-person sessions and healing work with folks, this particular painting is in each of those spaces. Like it's crazy. I can't even imagine. I'm like, oh, like I'll go somewhere completely different And there in the treatment room is the picture. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I don't just necessarily take that as like, I need to be here, but it's like, okay, there's something here that the universe is trying to show me. So how can I continue on that path? So yeah, anyways, there you go, Mallory Henry. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Okay. Pocket of cards. Ooh, talk a lot sometimes. Ooh, pocket of cards. Let's do you. Pocket of cards. What's some cards for pocket of cards? Oh, we got the guilt card again. And I guess I should say, like, everyone take these readings with a grain of salt, because, like, I definitely would not identify myself necessarily as, like, a card reader. I should show you the card. I mean, I'm reading cards, but it's not, like, my job, you know? I've done it for people. I just sometimes enjoy coming on, and it seems like there's a time, so I listen to what's showing up for me when it's calling me. But this guilt card, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Pocket of cards. What's some of these cards? Anastasia, can you recommend safe places for vision quest stuff with actual bloodline indigenous? I mean, I guess it depends. Like, you said you're Mexican, so I assume you might, you know, if you want to look for your own ancestral line. I'm a part of a group called 22 Teachings. They're based out of LA. And I know that there is one gal, I think, what did she change her? She changed her name recently. And I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe she might be also, like, is it Latino? Sorry, I'm Canadian, so I don't know what the terms are that to, like, properly identify different groups of people. I'm just going to look here. Sorry, pocket of cards. But yeah, if you look up 22 Teachings, and Ixti Owool is her name. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She, I believe, has some background like that. And maybe that's somewhere to start. Anyways, just putting that out there. Okay. Pocket of cards. Yeah, being adopted is sometimes a thing. Yeah, use your judgment, Anastasia. Okay. Okay, what I'm feeling, pocket of cards, is this like, it's like, you know, we have a thing that we're doing, like I'm shuffling the cards, but like nothing's happening. It's kind of like what's being told to me is like, put that down, pick up the other thing or the other deck and do that. So if you're feeling guilt or maybe things not really happening for you right now, pocket of cards, what shifts can you make to do something different? That's really, I think, what's coming through. Don't get caught up on the fact that like it's not reaping the fruit the way you'd like. It's like you're obviously been preparing things for a while. Soulmate card, interesting. So whether or not someone has shown up in your life already or is going to be showing up to kind of support with this, with what you're doing. Let's put it that way. I feel like I'm supposed to pull you another one of these. It's like going to be a miracle. Ooh, that's exciting. Miracle card. So we have the root chakra, and then we have, just trying to cover this card. Oh my God. However that works. You can see it. You can't, it's literally just a golden flame, a light or something like a, it looks like it's coming from a stump of a tree, actually. This light figure and in a golden flame or some type of golden light. Anyways, whatever this person is or this soulmate energy that's going to show up, it will definitely feel like a miracle, like a sigh of relief energy. I think it's going to really be something that you'll enjoy. Let's go that way. Let's pull this pocket card. there anything else there? Okay, we'll check this animals. Woo! Ooh, the swan. The bear was also at the bottom. I'm just going to point that out because sometimes if I don't, when it says to, then. Interesting how the swan has like this reflection. Again, that's like the soulmate energy. Oh, I have a lot of things to say about the soulmate. You know, I don't know what your views are. Soulmate, twin flames, that stuff. It's really important we don't get caught up in the labels. And it doesn't mean that those people have to be romantic partners, but there are these reflections of ourselves in the world around us. And some of them are so connected. And whoever this person is, maybe they even are represented by the bear energy. So nurturing, but intense, powerful. They are going to really be this sense of like support for you is what I'm getting here. Are you going to like be willing to trust this energy that's showing up, accept the miracle that's wanting to come into your life? Because it's like a gift. That's what's like amazing. It's like, this is a gift that's being brought to you. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got the savings card again. That's weird. Guilt and savings. So, if you're in a place right now where you're making a transition, or, you know, it's especially winter, like, or this time of spending, Christmas, we know there's that inkling to like show up in society as giving. Oh, I saw the funniest picture today. Oh, it's like, I think it was like Oprah Winfrey with this huge bow dress on, and it's like, and it's just her like this, and it's like me showing up to the holidays or to family Christmas dinner with no gifts, saying I'm the gift. So it's like, you are the gift. You don't have to like give people gifts to show your love. Allow yourself to be wise with your money, you know, from this time and moving forward, and just trust that you have other ways in which you can support and care and show your love. So exploring that as you continue to save. Okay, I'm going to try to pull this card now. I feel like this is like saying to wait. I'm trying to also read the thing. So if there are sweat lodges where you're at, that could also help you. So many places look like total BS and disrespectful. All I can say, Anastasia, is when the student's ready, the teacher appears. So, you know, putting that out there, if you're still here, putting that out there to just be like, I would like to connect to my ancestry in a way that's like right for me, in the highest good, and just trust that those people will show up. Those invitations will come. And also recognizing sometimes we have to be in these sort of communities or groups. This is interesting. Oh my God. We might witness some of this disrespect or things that are not ideal. And it's ultimately up to you to decide whether you want to be a part of that action or drama, and still be in the group, or to completely remove. But we can witness these things because they're unavoidable, and still bring our respect, bring how we wish to be in our energy. And there's going to be people like that as well in those places that you will align with. So just trusting that, like, nowhere is perfect. That's what I can say. That's what I've learned. Haven't been in many groups. So pocket of cards, we have protection and we have the no card. So protection says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So I'm just going to invite you right now, pocket of cards, to you can state your full name to yourself. You can say, I call all my energy back to myself here on this day, and state the day, 23rd of December, 2022, at whatever time it is for you. And just imagine all the energy coming back. Everyone can do this if you want. Imagine maybe there's certain people or areas or situations it's like tied to, pulling it all back. And if those situations show up again, knowing you can say the word no, setting those boundaries, protecting your energy. Again, it's this gift giving energy. It's like, save the energy for yourself. Trust everything's working for you. release the guilt it comes from when you don't, especially from people who are like, why didn't you give me this thing? Oh my God, that's annoying. And yeah, trust that. My partner and I separated for a long time and found each other again randomly. He's now my main support for me wanting to branch out in a side hustle. Cool. He said the same thing about me holding my energy. He has P. Right? Yeah. Maybe you should come to Canada. Yeah, I don't know if we're any much easier to deal with, but definitely colder. Maybe that's a good thing. Oh, I see. It's just a continued sentence. Anyways, okay. I think that's it. I have to share right now. But yeah, thanks all for joining here. If you haven't already subscribed here, sometimes I do these lovely card things, lots of other stuff. I'm curious too, feel free to let me know like what you'd like to see more of. Like I'm trying to find a nice balance of videos. I like doing the energy healing sessions. The sound healing is something that I'm hoping to do more of, just trying to figure out the actual like technicalities of having a nice sound quality. And yeah, I like talking about magical things and like the altered states, the plant medicine. So I'm like there's so many things I like to do, trying to figure out what works. So if you have any like things you'd like to see, I'm going to try for the next like several months here. I've been making some plans of what that might kind of look like. That gives a nice balance because me as a mixed person, I feel like my life is just this lovely mix of all the things that I feel the most called to. So yeah, hopefully you found this beneficial for you. If you didn't, whatever. And yeah, maybe we will see you on another one. So yeah, thanks for the support. Oh, super cool. Yeah. Thanks, Anastasia. And all the best, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely Merry Christmas holiday. Whatever you're up to. Just many blessings to you. So take care. Yeah. Thanks, Pocket of Cards. Okay. Bye. Bye.